Carly and welcome to my garden. And as you can see, the blueberries are ready to be picked. Now, before anyone comes for me in the comments, every time that I share about my blueberry picking strategy, I always get someone that goes, why is she picking them before they're ripe? They are ripe, they're blushing. Once they start blushing, they are like a tomato where you can just go ahead, pick them, and they will continue to ripen on your counter. And this way I get them and the birds don't, and I don't have to put up bird netting around my plants because I don't want to do that. It's week 5 of garden tour season here on my channel, and as a reminder, or if you're new here, I'm growing food in New Jersey, so my zone is 7A, 7B, it depends on who you ask. I'm close to the beach, and I'm doing it on a small suburban lot. I'm really just using the majority of my growing spaces right here, which is my side yard between my house and the fence, which goes right up to my neighbor. So just kind of showing you guys that it's possible to do a lot with a little. As I said, it's blueberry season, so a lot of these look not ripe, but again, as long as there's a blush on it, it's going to ripen on my counter. And by the end of the day, these will be blue, and then I'll come back. I now have to do this twice a day, where I have to harvest in the morning and then in the evening, just so that the birds don't get everything. I have some work to do in here today with the tomatoes. This is a Roma tomato. I got the seeds from Italy from my friend. And one of the things I would love to let you know is that I'm not pruning this. I think I've told you guys that. I'm going to start now tying it up to here, but I'm not pruning it because Romas are determinant and I don't want to lose any of my tomatoes. I'm going to come through, make some adjustments. This guy is really starting to grow. As you can see, I went ahead and tied some of these up. These are Queen of the Night. As you can see, they're already getting black, which I love. That's from the sun. If the sun doesn't hit this, it's not going to turn black or purple. Sweet peas are finally taking off, but it feels a little late for me. I kind of feel like they would almost be not necessarily wrapping up, but definitely doing their thing by now. Because I do have this guy over here. I'm going to end up having to probably rip this out and get him to trellis up. A little sad, but I came through yesterday and harvested broccoli heads. I might still get some side shoots, but I think it's time to rip this out after I pull these shoots off and just throw it into the compost. I have this one, and then I did the same thing over here. Again, a couple side shoots, but I think they need to get ripped out. This one is starting to, see, it's starting to open. I was trying to wait for them to get a little bit bigger, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think it's just getting too hot here. A little update on blanching my cauliflower, which means that I tied it up. It doesn't mean that I cooked it. I saw someone on TikTok use string to tie up the leaves around their cauliflower head, so I tried it. Made a video about it, and I kind of peeked on it now, and it seems like it's working. Although this is supposed to be purple cauliflower, and right now this cauliflower is white, and I did look up, does a cauliflower head need sun in order to be purple, and it said no. I could be wrong. Hi, little guy. It's doing pretty good, so I'll just leave you over there. And the calendula is finally starting to open. That's exciting. Over here in this wild spot, so roses, nasturtiums, calendula. I do have a sweet blue butterfly pea trying to grow up there. I have broccoli, and this is what broccoli is supposed to look like. Do you see how this is tighter? And doesn't look like there's little flowers opening up. That's what it should look like. So maybe this is in a shadier spot. I'm not sure. I thought it actually got more sun. Another new development is this squash bed. Really, it's zucchini and some yellow squash. I have been, believe it or not, pruning this guy to grow up this pole. I got little poles for the new guys, and we're gonna train them to go up the same way. But here's what's really fun, and I'm hoping that it actually pollinated well. This is white zucchini. So it's gonna be a really light green, whitish color. And flower was open yesterday, so hoping that worked out. This is a pepperoncini plant, and do you see how I didn't top it? I wonder if someone else came through and topped it kind of before I bought it, because I didn't grow this from seed. I got it from the store. But my question is, I've never grown a pepperoncini plant. Pepperoncinis obviously are pickled. So what is this like raw? Does anyone know? Do you kind of have to pickle it in order for it to be delicious? Are they just a little tiny kind of spicy pepper when they're raw? Let me know. Would love to learn about that. Here's my spaghetti squash plant that I, again, did not grow from seed. Found this one at the garden center, and it's making its way up, which I'm really happy about. But even better, where is he? There he is. So again, hoping that you get fully pollinated. That would be wonderful. It's so nice to see them this early. This one's actually got a lot of little fruits on it too. So I hope my family likes spaghetti squash. I know I do, but you know, kids, they don't really eat anything. Oh, finally starting to get some cucumbers. It's not getting very tall. It doesn't seem like it's doing well. I keep watering it. I think it might need actually some more nitrogen. This is celery, and I'm so excited because it's actually finally growing. As you can tell, it looks like parsley and actually looks like the top of carrots and cilantro as well. They're all from the same family. Believe it or not, I've actually already picked a couple peppers from the pepper patch behind me, and I think they were definitely way too early, so I picked them small and young and just ate them fresh last night with dinner. We made some grilled chicken wraps, and I threw some poblano and hot banana peppers in there. It was great. But they're doing well, and here we have poblanos, we have jalapeno, hot banana, and then I have 3 hot peppers that I grew from seed, which I've never done before, and they're just finally starting to really take off, and I think it's because the heat, it's finally gotten really hot here. So I'm really hoping that that goes well, because they're peppers I've never tried before. One of them is a hot pepper, but it's called Sugar Rush Peach, and if you've had that, let me know. They look gorgeous, and it's supposed to be like a really nice, sweet, spicy flavor. Can't wait. And over here, I'm gonna zoom in. That is a cucamelon plant. It's like a mix between a cucumber and a melon, but they're really tiny. They're like the size of grapes, and they've grown over on this trellis for years. So they just keep reseeding themselves, so eventually they fall, and I just let them live there. My friend really wants one, and I gave her one. The bunnies ate it, so I'm going to dig that one up and give it to her again, and we'll see if the bunnies will leave it alone. Speaking of bunnies, do I have more drama for you regarding my strawberries and my asparagus? And it's a gardener's dilemma, is what I like to call it. But I think I may have figured it out with the help of my neighbor. Before we get to my strawberry and asparagus drama, I do actually have one more new thing to show you. Everything else right now is living its best life. You can see it behind me. So I decided that I wanted to try to grow citrus, and I wasn't sure what to do, so I bought a tree. I bought a mandarin tree. To me, mandarins, clementines are the same thing, so I told my family it's a clementine tree, and here it is. So this tree is already about 3 to 4 feet tall. That was the one I purchased. And I also got this. This is one of those Vago beds. It's on wheels though. So when it gets chilly, I can put it into the greenhouse. I'm very excited about this. I don't expect any fruit this year, obviously, but she's new. She's a great little addition to the garden, so we're gonna welcome her. Potatoes are doing really well. I cannot wait to have the day when I get to just tip these over onto the tarp and fish out all of the potatoes in here. Some of them are starting to flower or go to flower, and I was just reading that I think I'm supposed to take the flowers off. So, for example, that's going to flower, so I think I'm just picking these off. I hope that's right. If I'm wrong, I don't even know, with all of the burying of adding more straw on, I don't even know what variety each one is anymore. There's definitely one variety I planted that has been growing really fast, and the other one's been a little bit shorter. One is Yukon, one is russet potato. Don't know which one is which. So this one obviously doing really well. this one is different, but these are the ones that are starting to flower. So what I read was that you pick off the flowers because you don't want it spending energy on reseeding, which is why it even makes flowers in the first place. You want it to send energy into making the potatoes and rooting up. So, strawberry asparagus drama is continuing, and to catch you up, obviously things like deed strawberries, I've been having issues. I built this bed in a tall, like 4-foot height raised bed, thinking that it would at least keep the bunnies out, and yeah, I deal with chipmunks, whatever, be okay. I've been doing all these different methods to try to keep them out, and I think it happened 3 times now. I've been in my kitchen looking out my window and I see a full-on rabbit, not a cute little bunny, like full rabbit, digging in the bed, and it's trying to make a nest or something. And it's a raised bed. It just is not the place for that rabbit to be. So I go and I scare it away, and my neighbor was like, hey, try this stuff. So this is what I got, because I don't know what else to do anymore. And I plant strawberries because I want to eat them. So I can't do that if the bunny is not even, yeah, they're eating them, sure, I'll share, but like they're digging up holes and like uprooting the asparagus crowns. It's a whole thing, okay? So I got the biggest thing of this deer and rabbit repellent I could find. It smells absolutely disgusting. You spray it all over everything, and then when it dries, you can't smell it anymore, but the animals can still smell it, and you have to kind of reapply. Put it all around the bottom of where that raised bed is. Put it on my roses, like directly on my roses, because they're eating the roses now too, and that's really upsetting to me. So we're gonna see if it works. I don't know what else to do at that point. Just give up and give them the bed and let nature win. I don't know. I don't think I want to do that. So, yeah, that's what we're doing. I sprayed everything. They can eat my grass. Again, eat the grass. I don't care about the grass. I don't care. As we come over to this bed, I do need to show you. Look, they were literally eating the bottoms of the roses. I'm going to show you one that they completely decimated, but now I just had whatever I had and wrapped it around here because I don't want them to die. I spent a lot of money on these roses and I want them to be beautiful. I also threw some sweet potatoes in here just to see, and so far nothing has really eaten them. I don't know. I sprayed them with that deer and bunny stuff yesterday, so we'll see what happens to those. Let me show you the rose. So this was a rose bush until the bunnies ate everything. We were supposed to get a rainstorm last night, but looks like we got nothing. So I have some things I have to do today. Now that you can tell it's not excruciatingly hot out yet, it's gonna get really hot today. So I wanna prune up the tomatoes, retie what needs to get tied, tie up all those squash to those new stakes that I added, harvest herbs that I can go ahead and dehydrate or freeze. And then tonight I have to pick some more blueberries. So that's what I'll be doing today. I hope you guys get to enjoy your day. And, oh, where's my coffee? Oh. Found it. Well, now that I have my coffee, I hope that you guys have a great day, and somewhere along the lines, you have a nice cup of coffee and you get to watch something grow.